Hello, my name is Corinthia Jones Davis, a student at Touro College, and this is for EDSN 657. In this video, I'll be explaining to you the learning segment, 3-hour learning segment that I put together, comprised of 3 separate lesson plans that will all be focused on literacy and oral language. Each of the lessons will be centered around learning the letter C. So we will begin with our first lesson. Lesson 1 is titled C for corn. Some of the materials we used were a worksheet template with the letter C on it, glue, and also corn kernels. And students placed the corn kernels onto the letter C template to manipulate them to create the letter C. I would prefer students to use 5 corn kernels for each paper, 5 corn kernels each, and glue them on until they get the shape of the letter C. And the purpose of that lesson plan is to teach students how to create the letter C using other manipulatives other than a pencil or any type of drawing utensil they can use in the writing center inside of the classroom. Second lesson plan of the learning segment, 3-hour learning segment, will be called Letter C Card Hunt. The letter C card hunt will be using materials such as flashcards. I have some word flashcards that I've used for this lesson. And for this lesson, it's really a growth motor project activity, learning activity for students to find a card around the room that begins with the letter C. So for example, students will begin, teachers will begin by hiding the card, the flash card, around the classroom, and students will find the flash card that has a word that begins with the letter C. And when they find that letter, they'll go to their seat, and then each student will come up one by one and say, "I found C for clap." And teachers will prompt students to say the full sentence, "I found C for clap." The letter C card game is really a game that students can play as a lesson plan activity that helps them to develop gross motor skills, literacy, and oral language skills. The last lesson plan that I presented as a part of the 3-hour learning segment is our cookie project, which is titled C for Cookie, where kids will be able to use their cooking skills to create cookies and decorate the cookies with many different toppings such as M&Ms, chocolate chips, sprinkles, and in the end we'll create an assessment for the students, an assessment chart where students will get to choose which topping was their favorite. And with this chart, we will outline which were the favorite toppings and will write their name beside it. The C for Cookie project, students will develop early literacy skills because they will capitalize on their listening skills, develop ways in which they can manipulate items into their own creativity, and it's a great way for students to become social, listening to teachers and using their auditory skills. The learning target for my learning segment was students between the ages of 3 and 4. I had the preschool classroom, which was pre-K 3. Thank you for your time and patience. I'm glad that you listened and learned.